After the clouds and greyness of yesterday, it seems like the sun and blue skies are slowly starting to come back to Reading with the news that has just leaked today. As you can tell from the title of the video, we finally had some good news. Now, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, and I don't want to jump the gun. I feel like yesterday, potentially, my video might have jumped the gun. I spoke about the final nail in the coffin of Reading Football Club, and I spoke about how it was all doom and gloom, and I really did think Reading were going bust, as we hadn't heard anything about people trying to take over the club for a while, and, you know, maybe it was a little bit of an overreaction from me. And I think there was a little bit of an overreaction maybe from everybody on Twitter. I feel like everybody was a little bit sad. Everybody was down in their feelings, and people truly believed that this club was going to end. Well, today, James EARNSHAW, as he has done all season, has delivered us some fantastic news. He's just continued with the amazing reporting that he's done all season and has come out with this piece of news. And I follow. Exclusive. I understand Reading Football Club are in advanced talks with a North American group to purchase the football club and the Select Car Leasing Stadium. A deal could be agreed in principle and exclusivity, signed by early next week. He's also said, I had to think long and hard before publishing because the last thing I wanted to do is toy with fans' emotions. We've been here before, but we need a bit of positivity on here, and I'm told this is the closest we've come since we were up for sale. Everything is crossed. Now, obviously, the elephant in the room is Bearwood. I'm told this not being included was a big draw for some investors, with the expensive running costs putting buyers off. As things stand at the moment, new arrangements for training would be needed. Now, I don't want to get too ahead of myself like I did before, and I don't want to sit here and be all excited. We've obviously heard this about Geneva Associates before, where they were meant to come in and then Dye moved the goalpost a little bit more. Obviously, nothing has been agreed just yet. The goalpost could still be moved, but it's positive. It's something that we've wanted to hear for a little while, that finally someone is massively interested in buying the club, and North American Group is what it is. That's the amount of information we've got. We don't know who they are, we don't know what they are, but the fact that it is someone coming forward is a bit of a positive note. Could end up being someone horrible, we don't know, but the fact that this has started to get the motions in place is something good. Now, for me, I feel like the takeover is the best thing going forward because it brings a new lease of life to this club. I truly thought Reading Football Club were going to be over, but this news today has sparked a little bit more of a fight back in me. It's given me a lot more positivity, and I feel like this really needs to be carried over to tomorrow on that pitch against Cambridge. I feel like as many fans need to be in that stadium as possible, and I feel like everyone needs to back the boys for them 90 minutes and push them over the line. I feel like getting 3 points tomorrow, just imagine the relief and the cheer in that stadium if Reading can get 3 points tomorrow against Cambridge. With this news coming out today, potentially seeing people in the director's box, seeing representatives there or something like that, it will be massive news. Now, I don't want to take this as this deal was definitely in place. Reading have been lied to before. We've seen things like 777, Geneva Associates, people even like William Story. We just can't take this news for granted, essentially. We can't take it as a literal sense that this is definitely happening. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's definitely happening. I feel like I keep saying this because I want it to happen, but this needs to be back into the boys. Now, something that today happened was Lewis Wing's missus almost had enough of everything and has been on an absolute rampage on Twitter, almost to a point of berating Dai Young Pang, people like that. They were told they were sold a dream and they've been lied to. It's so important this takeover gets done so that people like Lewis Wing, who were sold a dream, finally get to play for this football club, for the one that we love, and they get given that dream that they were sold. People like Sam Smith, who returned to Reading Football Club because he was promised a dream, and they get to fulfill that dream. People like Harvey Nibbs, who have been outstanding this season. People like Charlie Savage, who were told what would happen for the future for Reading and have been continuously lied to by the club. It's so important that we keep these core players, and next season we move on. For me, it's important Ruben Celes gets a fair chance next season, especially if this is something that does come to fruition. If it's something that does come around, this is massive news for Reading, and it's massive news for this town. Reading Football Club, the people I feel sorry for the most, will be them teenagers, will be them young fans that go with their mates and that don't have a club anymore to go to. When I was growing up, one of the best things that I had was me, and as all you know, probably know, Adam, going to the football week in, week out. And it's some of the best memories I have in my life, right? Then people could have missed that out. But by someone taking over this club, they won't miss that out. And they get to experience these memories that I'm sure a lot of these Reading fans that are watching this video have experienced themselves. And if you're not a Reading fan, I'm sure you've experienced it with your own club. It's so important to have that as a football fan. And talking of football fans, I want to say a big thank you to Sheffield Wednesday fans, Everton fans, the majority of Derby fans, Bolton Wanderers fans, for the support you guys have given us over the last couple of days. The video I made yesterday, I've just had absolute outpour of fantastic comments from everybody. And there's one fan that I want to touch on in particular was the Blackburn Rovers fan that spoke to me and left a comment about how he's coming down from Blackburn just to support the club. That he's not a Reading fan, but he wants to support the club and help Reading get over the line with an extra ticket sale. A big thank you to everyone and a massive thank you to them. Listen, no deal's done in place just yet, but it seems like we're getting somewhere. That's going to be it for today's video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I think the key information here is that this is the closest we've come since we were up for sale. They're words from James EARNSHAW, and that's so important. Thank you for watching, guys. My name's been James, and we'll see you all tomorrow for the Cambridge review. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.